Welcome. Today we are going to see about the poem Judas, which was written by Mervyn Morris. Mervyn Morris is a famous writer. The Judas poem is very interesting poem. Okay, now we'll start with the poem. I think you all know who is Judas. Judas is nothing but one who betrayed Jesus, the person who betrayed Jesus. Yes, we'll continue with the poem. That evening, not so long ago, the master, finger in the dish, said gently, "Did I not choose you, 12? Yet one of you is a devil." Mocking, he glanced at me, and others, quick on cue, looked my way too. So that evening, referring the Monty Thursday evening. Here, that evening is nothing but a Monty Thursday evening. You all know Monty Thursday evening is nothing but during Good Friday. Before a Good Friday, we have a Thursday that is called a Monty Thursday. During Thursday evening, that is a night, Jesus gave supper to the 12 disciples. So only we used to call a Last Supper, the Last Supper. During that time, the Last Supper, Jesus washed all the 12 disciples' feet. So it is a one kind of rituals in Monty Thursday evening. It happened. This was a thing Jesus done for his disciples. He wanted to wash all the legs of disciples, that is a foot of the disciple. So during that time, during that Thursday, it is not a long one, it is a very short one. That evening is a very short. The master finger in the dish, after having the supper, finger in the dish is nothing but Jesus' hand in that dish, that is a washing. Jesus is washing the feet of all the disciples. Particularly when he washed Judas' feet, he said gently, "Did I not choose you 12? He is telling, "I chose all of you. I chosen you all, 12 disciples I have chosen, yet one of you is a devil." The 12 disciples, you are all, I have chosen you, but among you one person is a devil. Among you the one person is a devil. And Jesus mocking, and he glanced at me. Judas is telling, Jesus said like this, and then he now mocking, and he gave a glance to me, at me, and in a mocking way. And others, those other disciples, they are also quick on cue. They are also looking at me, and they are seeing that quick on cue. Cue is nothing but intimation that going to happen, which is not a normal. The intimation which is going to happen in a wrong way, that is quick on cue, looked my way too. They also looking whether I am a wrong person, whether I am doing any wrong to Jesus. They are all looking at me, my way too. They are looking at me. And then second stanza, the odd man out is always Judas. We were from Galilee, nasty little province, smells of fish. So now the Judas is telling, Judas is the narrator of the poem. He is telling that, see, the odd man out is always Judas. Among the 12 disciples, the only odd man is myself. That is a Judas, myself. Because we are from Galilee. They are all from Galilee. They are all from Galilee. That other disciples is telling that we are from Galilee. Only the odd man in our 12 disciples is a Judas, because we are from Galilee, like that they are telling. Now the Galilee peoples are nasty little province, smells of fish. They used to smell always a fish odor, because they used to go for the fishing every day. Galilee people, they used to go for the fishing. So only they call it as a smell. They have a smell of fish. So the odd man out is always Judas, and we are from Galilee, nasty little province, smells of fish. Okay, next para. The point says, Jesus never trusted me. John, who is favorite he is, from Galilee. Like Peter, Andrew, all the cozy band. Which Galilean Lord will sit at your right hand? So the point is, now Judas is telling that Jesus never trusted me. He never trusted me because I am not a Galilee, and the person John who is always favorite to Jesus. When we see the Last Supper picture, the person John, one who sit always near to the Jesus. So same way here Judas is telling that John is a favorite to Jesus because he is from Galilee. Like Peter, Andrew, they are all like a cozy band, which means very comfort with the Jesus. They are like a they feel very warm with the Jesus. They always stay with the Jesus. They always sit nearby the Jesus. But I am not. Like that Judas is telling. Which Galilean Lord will sit at your right hand? Who will come and sit at your right hand? No, none of you will come and sit at your right hand. Only the Lord, one who created us, the Lord himself is asking the question to Jesus Christ. Whom you want to sit nearby you, the Galilean, like that they are asking. So only the Peter, John, Andrew are always very attached to Jesus, but I am not. Judas is very disappointed because of this, and he expressed his feeling. Tonight I kissed. The next paragraph. Tonight I kissed, and I saw that mocking glance again. So during that night I kissed Jesus, and I betrayed Jesus, and I found Jesus is a person. So the people who are willing to punish Jesus, they are all searching Jesus. So during that time what happened? Judas betrayed Jesus by kissing Jesus. So he is telling that tonight I kissed him and I saw that mocking glance again. When I kissed Jesus, he is mocking again at me. He is giving a glance at me, and the betrayest thou the master with a kiss. So I betrayed Jesus. So like that he is giving a glance, and he said ironic. That word, betrayest thou the master with a kiss. Jesus told that line, and then Judas is telling that he asked me in ironic way, then seemed pleased or something like relieved he would got me right. So Jesus is giving me a glance like in happy manner that I finished my duty on the earth. Because now in a relaxed, relieved means a relaxed position, he is giving me a glance that he is a happy, because the Lord who created a man, the Lord who created the person, God the Father, after the world became more sinner, because of that he again created by his own identity Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ were created, before itself God our Father knows that Jesus is going to betray by Judas. These are the truth he already know, even though he created a Jesus, and after known this Judas has betrayed Jesus. After these, now Jesus is giving a glance to Judas that he has finished his work on the earth. So now in relaxed manner he is giving a glance to him. That knowing judge of men, he surely ought to realize that truth are often complicated. So here the poet is telling that, see, now Judas is telling the knowing judge of men. Who is a judge of men? The God only can judge a man. So the knowing judge of men, he surely how to realize. He must realize, he is a judging a person, he must realize the truth. Always the truth is a complicated one. He must realize the truth. Judas is telling that you are the person, Jesus Christ, you are the person. You can judge the whether a good or a bad. So you can realize it. He surely how to realize. You must realize the truth, but you are not realizing it because the truth are often complicated. So we never accept the truth. Most probably it is very difficult to understand the truth. What he spotted, he created, distrusting with those distant foreign eyes. God or Lord, you only created me. Judas is telling that you only created me, Lord, but now you are spotting me. You are giving a spotted on me. Why? You only created, but now you are giving me a wrong. You spotting my what to say? You are spotting my deeds. What are the things I am doing now? You are spotted me and distressing me. You never believe me. Why you are never believing me? With those distant foreign eyes, you always looking me with the foreign eyes. You always looking me with the foreign eyes. So here the point is not the money. So Judas is telling that the point is not a money. The point is not the money. I will go give it back. For hell, what is a 30 bits of silver? So here Judas is asking that, telling 30 bits of silver coin is not a matter to me. It is a hell. I will go and return the money. Sure, I will go and give it back. Sure, I will go and give it back the money. The point is not the money to me. Not a money at all. I would not sell the master. I would not sell the master. He is for free. So we can't sell Jesus Christ because he always is free. Anyone can go and meet Jesus Christ, or anyone can go and talk to me, can see. My master is always free. I can't sell my master. Just preserve my purity of hate for him. I served and loved so well. So I served Jesus, I loved Jesus very much. But even though I loved, I served, he distressed me. To show my hate only, I have done this. But it is not for a 30 bits of silver. My Lord, the master of my fate, always withheld his truth. My Lord, the master of my fate. Lord, you all know my fate. Myself is a Judas. Sure, I will betray Jesus. But I never, money is not at all for me. Not a matter at all for me. Money is not important to me. But because of the fate only, it happened. So always withheld his truth. It is we can't refuse the truth. But always, Lord, you are refusing me. You are distressing me. Withheld his truth. Refused to accept the truth. I didn't do any wrong to Jesus. But because it is a fate, it is already written one. God himself who created, who himself know what is going to happen. So money is not a matter to me. For money I didn't betray Jesus. So here in the last paragraph, Judas is justifying himself. So it is a beautiful poem. If you like this poem, if you like this explanation, kindly subscribe my channel, and if you want anything to explain, you can comment me in the comment box. Sure, kindly click on the bell icon to have the notification. Thank you one and all.